Hello everybody, I'm so happy to be here. I hope you all are doing well. This is Gail, Shabby Cottage Studio. I'm so glad you stopped by. If you are a new subscriber, then welcome and thank you very much for subscribing. And if you've been around for a while with me, then thank you for coming back. I appreciate each and every one of you. We just couldn't do what we do without you guys, so thanks. And I'm here to show you my latest journal and give you a flip through. This journal, I used my latest tall and skinny journal kit in my shop. It's called Wings and Balloons, and it is another tall skinny. I hope you all aren't getting tired of seeing these, but they're just a joy to create, and it's a joy creating kits for them too. This one is approximately 11 inches tall, 4 inches wide, like most of them. Some people do them a little bit shorter, 10 3/4 inches. I saw one the other day, I think it was almost 12 inches tall. So they vary a little bit. Mine usually run between 11 inches tall and 4 inches wide. This one has 60 pages, front and back. It is a single signature. It has a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And it is what I have been referring to as one of my almost naked journals. And all that means is that I have not decorated this to the hilt, which I like to do. I have been trying to do journals that I can leave mostly for the new owner to decorate as they like. I also always try to leave lots of room for writing in my journals, whether I decorate them completely myself or do an almost naked journal. So I just wanted to put that out there. This one, for the closure, I've just cut a piece of fabric and tied it around the journal so it is removable, and I have frayed the edges. This journal was me leaning towards a more grungy side that I like to do every now and then. So what I did for the cover, first of all, this image is the collage sheet. There is a collage sheet in this kit, and I took that collage sheet. Let me open this all the way and show you. I took that collage sheet and used that as the cover of this journal. I stitched all the way around it, and then hopefully you can see around some of these images, I also stitched. I did some zigzag stitching, I did some straight stitching, and I did it on the back cover, and I did it on the front cover. So there is stitching on this collage sheet. I have backed it with some grungy kind of scrim, or it's like a cheesecloth, and also some brown wrapping paper that I have just grunged up the edges. I've frayed the grunged up the paper bag, and just liked the whole kind of messy, grungy edging. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. If you've been with me a little bit, you know that I have to do that for a health issue that I have. Or I start losing my voice completely and can't talk. So let me open this. Trying to get this open. Most of the images in here, I believe, are from the Wings and Bloom kit. If I have used other digital designers, I will put them in the description box below. And if I happen to know as I'm flipping through, I'll tell you. So first off, we have this pocket. It's a book page pocket, and I have done some texture paste embossing on the corner. I've just adhered a butterfly, and then this pocket, I just have to turn it sideways a little bit, has got some acetate in it and a piece of lace. This is some vintage fabric. Sorry for the glare. And then just a little label down here. And then I took this tag There's usually room for writing on the back of all my tags and collage sheets. Journal cards. And I just tucked him in the pocket so you could see him out the window. Again, this page is from the kit. This backing page is from the kit. I put this pocket is from the kit, and this is not from the kit. This is from one of my collage sheets in the shop, and I think it's the Ephemera Collage Sheet 1. I'm not positive, but I believe that's the one it's from. And so I just made a card to go in the pocket. You can make a tag out of it, whatever you would like to do. On this page, this is some of my stained paper, and then I also stained some blue on it just for a little color variation. I did an embossed frame here, and then I stamped a little bird inside the frame. I also took a little bit of gesso with my finger and just kind of wiped it lightly over the frame to make it stand out a little bit more. And some vintage sheet music. I've just folded this over for a tuck, or you could glue or whatever you wanted on the edges and enclose them and make it a pocket. This is from a bird book, and the paper's got a little bit of a shine to it, but not too shiny. There's the other side of it. Aren't they pretty? This guy is pretty. And then this is just a little bit of, it's an accounts receivable ledger page is what it is, and I've stained it. And then this is in the kit. In the kit it is a journal card, and I cut it down and made a little top tuck out of it. And then in that tuck I put an envelope. This envelope is in the kit. This little owl is in the kit, but I cut it down a little. I used my circle punch, my 1-inch circle punch, and cut it down to just that part of the image so that I would have a little place to tuck the flap. And then on the inside, this is again from one of my ephemera sheets in the shop. This does not come in the kit. And I've just backed it with some, I printed front and back. So that goes in that envelope, flap, and then I just tucked it right in there. Antique French book page, cotton rag paper, embossed feeling letters. The font is beautiful. The paper is beautiful. You've probably seen me use this quite a bit lately. I was just so pleased to be able to find a couple books that had this type of paper in them. This is from a vintage bird book, and I think it is a bird book that is popular in the UK. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Give me just a second. It's a ladybird book. And I understand, I think, yes, England. So it's from the UK, but they have all these lovely little bird images in them. So if you can get your hand on one of these books, they're wonderful. So that's what that's from. Sorry, I just wanted you to know. More stained paper. Here I just tucked, this is in the kit, this is like a large coin envelope. I just added a piece of fabric up here on the edge, and this is one of the images that are in the kit, and I cut it down to make it as a little tab for the flap of this envelope. And then inside again is another large tag, and this is, I just printed back to back, and this is also from one of the ephemera kits in the shop that is not in this Wings and Bloom kit. And then I just used one of these owl clips. Let me show you. This is gorgeous. This is more rag paper. This is very old. It is from a Bible, and you can tell by the text or the font that it's probably from the 1700s, maybe even earlier, and it's so deliciously grungy, and it's got almost a soft feeling to it, but yet it is a fairly sturdy paper. I just added a small doily, sorry, it's hard to keep these all in frame, that I folded over to the other side of this book page, and then I took this envelope with one of these owl clips, I think they call them, and just tucked that onto the edge of the page. This is another image from a vintage bird magazine that I have, I think from maybe the 50s. And again, it's a little slick, but it's not overly shiny. Here's some straw paper. And this is just from a plant book. I just liked the black and white illustrations. Again, this is a page from the kit. And then here, this is some kind of like a schematic that I've had for a while. I folded it up to make a little tuck or pocket down here. I've added some of that checked fabric on it and some faux scotch tape there. This is from that same vintage bird magazine. I tucked that in there. And then this is an image from the kit that I cut out and tucked in there. This is from the kit. And then over here, this is the back side. I printed it front to back. The kit, 2 kit pages front to back. I just printed them, put one page through, turned it over, put it through again, printed it, the other image. So this is from a book page. This is the back of that book page. Avocado dyed paper. And down here, this is one of the images from the kit, like a journal card size. And then this is also, this is one of the ovals that I have in the kit, and I just glued it down to make a little tuck spot. Edith Holden book page. Look at the fat bumblebee, so cute. This is an original, it's an original copy. Yeah, it's an original copy, and by that what I mean is it's a carbon copy, and it's on a very, very thin, I think it's onion skin. I think it's onion skin, but they were handwritten, and then there was some kind of carbon paper between it to make a copy, and this is the copy of the original. That's why I say it's an original, but it's a copy. And it's just a lovely paper. I love how you can see through it. Very, very thin. And then another page from the kit. This is a page from the kit. Again, I just printed front and back. Same here. Whoops. Same here. This is the middle of the book. This is in the kit, and this is in the kit, and I run it through and print one side and turn it over, run it through and print the other side, and that helps keep some of the bulk down rather than me printing the page and then adding something to it to give it a nice backing. Again, another page from the kit. From the kit, this is the other side of that original copy. And just another tuck. This circle is in the kit. I made a tuck out of it. These birds are in the kit, but what I did was I embossed the paper that it was on, added a little bit of sheet music, and added it to just like a craft card for a little border around it, and tucked that right in there. This is more of that page from that book. I can't remember which book it's from. More of those, I don't know, are those cherry blossoms or dogwoods? I'm not exactly sure. Page from the kit. That little page got turned over a little bit, or that corner got turned over a little bit. Page from the kit. This is another card that's in the kit, and another one that I embossed and then just backed it. another one of the ovals from the kit that I made a tuck spot out, and this is the other side of that. I guess it's some kind of, like I said, some kind of schematic. Not 100% sure. 100% sure. And then I just grunged up this image here and added a grungy index card on the back and tucked that right in there. And then this is an original, I believe it's a receipt or a check. I never can remember which. But anyway, it's French, June 1931. It's original. Tuck that in there. Just added a piece of lace to the straw paper on the edge. Added some of that faux cellophane tape on the edge of this bird page from the magazine. This is the other side of that wonderful Bible page. I just can't get over the feeling of it. More stained paper. There's some more from that Garden Birds, the Ladybird book. And some more of the antique French paper. Some lace stained paper. Some more of that small ledger sheet. Bird book page. Here, the sheet music, I folded it over and made, this one I made a pocket out of. Oops, I'm dropping it. And then I've added a large tag and just put a canvas-like fabric as a tab at the top with a rose gold staple. I know some people don't like staples. I like staples. I just think they're another layer of interest. This is in the kit. It's as 2 pieces. It's a scan of a vintage small envelope that I have, and what I did was I scanned the front and I scanned the back, and so then what I did was I glued the two together. This is an original card from the National Audubon Society. Tells you about this. This is a kingbird, so then it tells you about it back here, and I'm not sure how old this is. I'm not sure how old this is. I'm going to guess 50s, but I could be totally wrong. And so I just stuck those in the pocket. And I just added a little bit of paper on the edge of this stained paper. Folded it over to the back side. Here's another large pocket. This is in the kit, but what I did was I cut it down and then I did a punch. You see a punch on the edge of the pocket. I made this into a large tag. I think this was a large tag. This was a large tag. It's in the kit. I was thinking it was one of the pages and I cut it to a tag, but I do believe it's a tag in the kit. And again, this was something that I had printed back to back to save on bulk. And then this is from that vintage bird magazine that I have. Let's stick you back here. And then on the last page, this is another one of those large coin envelopes. It's in the kit. What I did with it is well, first of all, I added some of that faux cellophane tape, grunged the edges, and I made a flip out of it. I just took, I just got, it's so much fun if you guys can get a hold of them, Sam Poole's latest die cut. They're buttons. So you can add buttons to your journals and not have so much bulk. So I just took some decorative paper I had. I don't know if you can see the details of it. I'll try. Can you see? And I hand sewed. I ran some decorative paper through the die cut machine and got some craft paper as backing, and then there's 4 holes in the button, and I hand sewed in through the holes and then attached that to the craft paper and just made a fastener for the flap. And then inside the flap, again, this is from one of the ephemera sheets in the shop. This is not in the kit, but I just made a large tag to go inside the envelope. Excuse me. And then I used some more craft paper and I just cut them in a decorative shape. to use as hinges, and added a little bit of the faux cellophane tape. And here you can see better. You can see better the brown paper edging and how it's just kind of nice and grungy and old looking, and then the scrim behind it. So that is my Wings and Blooms Tall Skinny Journal. I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. I say it every time because I mean it every time. And I guess I will... Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. I had leftovers. I had leftovers of the things that I had cut out for the journal. And so I've put them in this lovely lace stained bag. And I will send them to you with the kit. So let's just see what we got here. I did the fussy cutting of some of the butterflies, and then there were all these small tags. Maybe I'm upside down. These small tags. And I did some like T-card size images. So I had fussy cut all of those. And I ended up not using them because, as I said, I wanted this to be an almost naked journal, so I didn't want to go overboard in the decorating. So I thought, well, I will just send these along with whoever gets the journal. So these are some of the circles and ovals that are in the kit. And some of the... this is not in the kit. This I just happened to cut out of this one and this one both. Out of the ephemera sheet. And because I had printed the ephemera sheet front and back, so I had cut those out thinking I might use them as cards. This is in the kit, and it's another one that I embossed. This one I did not back. You can see the embossing on it. And then these were tags that are in the kit that I didn't use. So I'm not going to put those all back together. And then this little stack, again, these are images that are in the kit that I didn't use, and I just left them. These are all printed on, I believe this is 32-pound paper. Feels like it. And here's another one. So these are all in the kit. Here's a pocket that I ended up not using. It's already folded for you. And another envelope. It's folded, but I didn't glue it in case you want to do something different with it. You can see the pattern. This I added to the kit. This is actually also in my Bits and Bobs or Bits and Pieces kit in the shop. This is an actual envelope that I collaged with fabric and buttons and lace, and excuse me, and then I scanned it. And I had a good response to that over on Instagram. Everybody seemed to like it a lot. So I scanned it, and I also added it to this kit too. So there's that. You can back it to anything you want. These are some of the ephemera I didn't cut out to use, so it's there for you to use. And again, just a faux postcard, another image, and a couple large tags I ended up not using. This one and that one. And these were printed on stained paper. And then last but not least, another large pocket. So I almost forgot. So you will get those along with the journal. And when you see this video, this will be listed in my shop. And all that information is below in the description box, where, like I said, I will put any designers that I used and also all of my information where you can contact me. I'm over on Instagram. If you're over on Instagram, give me a follow. I'll follow you back. So yeah, that's it. I thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.